All right, I'm gonna teach you how to do a perfect standing back tuck in a matter of a few steps. What's a standing back tuck? This. First step, you wanna master the straight jump. What's that? That's this. Up, down, up. You're basically trying to create as much upward momentum as possible. The second your arms start to lower, your knees start to bend. You wanna get a full arm swing? Swing up and straighten your legs at the same time. So nothing like this. You're gonna look like a Oompa Loompa, but nice and smooth and connected. The next step is to activate your core. In order to do a proper back tuck, you have to make sure that you're jumping high enough and then using a core contraction to snap your hips and your knees up and over your head. That's where the rotation comes from, along with a tight arm swing. In order to feel the sensation of a tight core, I like to do these. I call them hollow body tuck ups. So when you get to a hollow position, you want your arms by your ears. Your stomach should be nice and tight here, legs straight. You want to try to get in and out of the tuck position as fast as you can. Up, out, up, out. Now, to help understand how to create that centered rotation going backwards, backward roll. How do you do a backward roll? Pretty simple, honestly. For a backwards roll, you start with your arms up and bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair. Arms up, bend your arms, bend your knees, round your back, look for your stomach, toes over your nose, and push. You want to make sure that your backward roll rotation is nice and centered, so don't turn your head like this. You can potentially strain your neck. So keep your head still, shoulders and hips nice and aligned. Push those toes over your nose. Easy. The next thing you want to do to try to help negate that fear response and get comfortable with rotating backwards in the air is doing that straight jump and letting it rotate onto your back. So a bed works great for this, especially if you have a higher bed. You're gonna do a straight jump with a tight core that jumps up and lands right on your back. Trust it, you're not gonna get hurt. Keep the stomach tight, never throw your head back, okay? Looks like this. Up, down, up, squeeze. And if you noticed, because my stomach was tight, my hips and toes started to lift with me. That's a sign of a tight core, lifting the hips, lifting the knees. That straight jump wanted to rotate backwards. The next step is going to be doing a straight jump to your back followed by a backward roll. This kind of sandwiches the upward momentum into the backward momentum. The way you do this is that same straight jump to your back, but right as you land, you're gonna use your core to lift your hips and knees up and over your nose. This will start the backward rotation. Looks like this. Up, down, rhythm, up, over, whoop. Continue doing these drills as many times as you need to in order to feel really comfortable doing them. The more natural the motion is, the easier it's going to be to fully commit to this back tuck. When it comes to trying a brand new flip, great practice is to have a super safe mat, or either a mattress or even a pool. That way if you land on your head, which is possible, you're gonna be safe. What's really important to note when you start to do flips, number one thing you have to do is commit. If you don't commit, gravity doesn't care. There's no pause button when you're halfway through a flip and you're like, oh gosh, this doesn't feel good. Gravity will always pull you down. So if you're going, go for it. When it comes time to try your first back tuck, you're gonna be a little nervous, you're gonna be a little scared, most likely. That's okay. Knowing how to fall is going to let you try this stuff safely. So with the straight jump followed by that backward roll motion, if you feel a little sketchy about it, put your hands down, land on your knees. Again, preferably on a mat or a mattress, something soft that's gonna be able to absorb your fall. That will look like this. Up, down, up, roll, ugh. Hands and feet, right? Nothing hurt. I didn't land on my wrist funky. I definitely didn't land on my face. Didn't hurt my back. Proper step to knowing how to fall. When it comes time to land a back tuck, I like to teach my students to think about it as kicking down, not kicking out. When we think about kicking out, we think about kicking behind us, kicking out this way. You don't want to do that. If you land like this, you're gonna land short, step forward. I like to think about it as a kick down, boom. I see the blue surface that I'm about to land on, kick my legs and hips downward, put my feet on it. It's actually pretty easy. Back tucks are very visible flips, so when you kick out, you should see the surface that you're going to land on. So now that you've mastered all of the steps I just gave you, it's time to put everything together. I'll speak you through it. Starts like this. Up, down, up, tuck, kick down. Didn't travel at all. It was nice and safe, super fun. Now you know how to do a back tuck safely. The best way to flip is always a safe way. Have fun and enjoy the process. Woo!